So a few people asked me, how do I make a Google Calendar show up in Blackboard? Well, I'm going to show you how to do that, and how to embed is what we call this process. So I'm in my FCPS Google Apps account under Calendar, and I'm looking over on the left-hand side, and you'll see my calendars. First of all, we want to create a new calendar for your team to use. So see the little tiny drop down? Choose Create New Calendar. And I'm going to ask you to not do anything else on this screen except give it a name and say Create Calendar. It makes a big difference. So now in your list, you should see a new calendar showing up. And I'm going to have you go now back to that tiny little drop down and go to Calendar Settings. I know it looks like you're in the same place, but it's really going to help you a lot. Share this calendar. First of all, in order for this to be able to be seen, you need to make it public. So you're going to choose Share this calendar with others, make this calendar public, and it should say See All Event Details. After that, you're going to want to add all of your team members down here with the Share with Specific People. And on the right hand side, you're going to want to be sure that they can make changes and manage sharing. So it's this top one. You want them to be able to change and edit all the way through. So you see, I've typed in some of the names, and I'm going to make sure that before I press save that I give them the authority to manage all of this calendar. So we have two things going on. The calendar is going to be public in Blackboard. In other words, all of your students and parents will be able to view it, but they won't be able to edit. And then the people down here are going to be able to edit. Now you press save. Just as I said before, making your calendar public is going to make it visible to the world. These are just assignments. Hopefully that will be fine with you. Alright, so I'm back, and we're going to go get the Embed Code. This is a special little code in order to use it on Blackboard. And I want you to click on your calendar drop down and go to Calendar Settings and scroll on down. Right here where it says embed this calendar, there's some code here that you can use. If you just want to go with all the defaults and not change anything, you can simply copy this, and I'll show you what to do with the pasting in a moment. But for those who want to customize their calendar and make it a little different, here's the place to go. Customize the color, size, and options. I'm looking at this calendar, and there's a lot of navigation at the top that I may not need. I don't really want the kids to print, so I'm going to take off the print icon. I may not really need the navigation buttons. There's a lot of things you can turn off. One of my favorites, though, is to use the agenda mode, in which it's not the full month showing, but it's just a list that they can scroll up and down through. Once I get everything looking the way I want it to, I click the Update HTML, and I'm going to copy this code up at the top. So I'm going to do a Control-C. All right, it's time to go to Blackboard. Now in Blackboard, I'm in my course, and I'm going to start off by creating a new content area, and I'm just going to call that one Calendar. Or you could call it Assignments, depending. Let's do that. Let's call it Assignments, and make it available. I already have one of those, so Assignments Calendar. All right, and Assignments Calendar is down here. Let's click on it. In here, you just need to build a regular content item. No big deal. You don't need to make anything special. And the most important part of this calendar is to choose this symbol, the less than and greater than symbol. That's that HTML source mode. You got to put it in this before you paste. So I still have that copied in there. I'm going to paste, and I'm going to suggest to you don't do anything else. Just press submit. Voila, there's my calendar. If I turn off the editing mode, you'll see that it's still viewable. All of your team members are going to be able to edit and put in test dates and assignment dates, and it's going to look really good for the students. They can look at any date and see everything they have due that date. That's it for embedding calendars.